Great. Do you think we should get started, Anne?
Well, I've got one more minute. What do you think?
One more minute? All right, let's do one more minute. Hi, everyone. Yay, we can see everyone in the chat box. That's awesome.
Shall we get started, Isha? Oh, we have some technical difficulties. Let's just see here. Okay, we've lost our host, but I'm just going to keep. I'm just going to start without her. Welcome everybody to. Actually, I could hear a little bit of an echo here. So I'm going to see if I can. Stop the echo. Well, we'll wing it. Hopefully the echo is not too bad, or maybe it's just something I'm hearing on my end. If there's anybody that's having trouble hearing, just if you can add a little comment down there and let me know if you're hearing the echo in the chat section in the bottom left of your screen. And that'll help me know whether I need to adjust the sound in some way. Okay, well, I will just, okay, somebody's case getting a little bit of an echo. I'm going to turn the volume down. Can you hear me okay? Is my volume loud enough? Yeah, I'm afraid we've hit maximum participation, so anybody trying to get in it will not be able to. So good for you, for those of you that got in early. It's a delight to be here with you for the um, live meditation and little webinar on deep sleep. I'm Ann Douglas, and it's a joy to be here with you on this Sunday afternoon. Thank you for taking time out of your lives to share this nice little get together. Let me take a moment to introduce myself. I've been teaching yoga and meditation for 30 years, and I'm also a holistic lifestyle coach and yoga therapist, in which we address what I call the issues in the tissues. I've been traveling and teaching yoga workshops, meditation workshops, trainings, and retreats internationally where we use best practices for healthy living. I offer the Deep Sleep series of meditation on simple habit and several other practices on deep sleep and on pain, chronic pain, depression, tired, all sorts of different practices. If you haven't been on this deep simple habit app, I encourage you to check it out. Just checking to see the feedback on the sound here. Thank you for your patience. It sounds like the sound is going up and down. So I'm going to pull the computer closer to me to help with the sound, and just keep letting me know how the sound is for you. So sleep is this incredible issue for so many people worldwide these days. The American Sleep Association states that 50 to 70 million Americans suffer from some form of sleep disorder. And Stats Canada states that approximately 1 in every 7 Canadians over the age of 15 years of age has some kind of sleep disorder. Those numbers are absolutely staggering. So sleep disorder, sleep disruption, what is that? Well, it can include anything from insomnia. Most of us know about insomnia, where we have problems falling asleep, staying asleep, or the quality of sleep. Sleep disorders can also include sleep apnea, where our breathing is affected while we're sleeping, and we might wake up gasping, and that can be an expression of snoring. Did you know that 50% of us snore? That's an incredible number. I'll come back to the snoring and why some people snore and what we can do about it. So, what is at the root of this sleep issue? There's much to be said about it. There's lots of research, but generally speaking, this 24/7 busy lifestyle that we're all leading, where we're being bombarded with external stimuli by way of increasing technology, advertising everywhere, whether we're driving, sitting, reading, we're being bombarded by messages, electronic messages. And these days, the news is mostly bad news and catastrophic news. And we have to actually seek out the good news in order to actually find some. Many of us, as a result of this, have forgotten how to enjoy a quiet, simple moment and have gotten habituated into filling the gaps, filling the quiet moments. So when we have a simple moment of quietude, we'll grab our smartphone, or we'll get on our technology, or we'll pick up something to read. So we've become habituated in filling the gaps, in looking for constant stimuli instead of just actually enjoying a simple moment. As a result, our nervous system has gotten overstimulated, and we have to actually intentionally engage peace, relaxation, well-being. You know, many people And you may have heard quite a lot recently the comment, sleep is overrated. Well, I think we hear that so often because many people have sleep difficulties and they haven't been able to find their way back to a healthy sleep. And so they just throw up their arms and say, with some degree of humor, perhaps, sleep is overrated. But actually, sleep is critical. When we are sleeping, our body takes all the experiences of our day, of our week, of our month, of our year, and integrates all of it. It sorts out all the activity, categorizes it in our brain, tosses out unnecessary experiences, memorizes what it thinks is important experiences. Our muscle tissue is healed, regenerated. Our nervous system is reset, and our body goes through cleansing and rejuvenating. All the body systems harmonize. Without healthy, regular sleep, which generally speaking is anywhere between 7 to 9 hours a night, our health can rapidly begin to decline. So here's a list of consequences of sleep loss. And the first thing I put on the list is weight gain. Not because it's the first thing that happens, but because many people are motivated by weight gain and weight loss. It's really over sustained chronic sleep loss that weight gain can happen. But it affects a lot of people in the Western world. But for those of us that are in the workaday world, to suffer even short-term sleep loss, we can encounter memory loss, reduction in motor skills, productivity, reduced resiliency or capacity to meet life's daily challenges. And every one of us is challenged every day. We experience increased anxiety and mood changes. We might experience apathy or depression. We can experience increased errors or accidents, the increase in diabetes, potential for heart disease, reduced immune function, increased inflammation and sensitivity to pain, accelerated aging, and reduced life expectancy. These are major issues. And when we know how sleep can impact our ongoing state of health, well-being, and productivity, as employers, we want our employees to get good sleep so that they can come to work each day and put in optimum effort. So they're highly motivating. Contributing factors to sleep disruption, number one, includes stress. And that can be physical stress, social stress, mental stress, emotional stress, and even for some spiritual stress. And that can include, core values, living with aligned with our core values, living aligned with our higher values in honor of something larger than our mere mortal selves. So, did you know that three-quarters of all visits to doctors relates to stress? So when we affect our stress levels positively, we can reduce our visits to medical doctors. The second highest contributing factor to sleep disruption is overstimulation. And overstimulation can involve technology, so overuse of our smartphones, our computers, late night use in particular. I can't tell you the number of clients I've worked with who didn't even consider the fact that using their computer late into the evening will negatively impact their capacity to fall asleep and stay asleep. So for many of us, that means turning off the computer, staying off our smartphones after 8 o'clock. And for those of us who have severe sleep disruption, we need to stay off our technology earlier than that. I would say even before dinner or just after dinner. For many of us, we are consuming too many stimulants. That includes sugar, which includes alcohol, caffeine, which includes chocolate, and so on. For many of us, we eat too late, and the body is being asked to digest when we fall asleep at night, and so that delays the onset of sleep. So it's recommended to stop eating after 8 p.m. Of course, if you go to bed later, then you can stop eating later. But if you're going to bed at 10, which is the ideal time to go to bed, according to Ayurvedic science, then you want to stop eating at 8 o'clock or even earlier. The next most difficult or contributing factor to sleep disruption is overstimulation of the brain. And this can just happen from a busy day, just the constant stimulation of the brain through work, through relationships, social interactions, driving. If you think of all that happens in a day, feeding our children, delivering our children to school, picking them up, and so on. All these events can create overstimulation in the brain, and we need to find ways to shut off the brain. And meditation is such a fantastic tool for this. For many people who have sleep disruption, they're challenged by pain, whether physical pain, their body's tossing and turning all night, so they keep waking up as a result of that tossing, or emotional pain that isn't being addressed during the daytime. And so the psyche keeps you wakeful so that you can address these emotional stresses at night. This is often the case with my clients who haven't dealt with whatever stresses are happening in their lives. They don't solve the stress problems in the daytime, so that the unconscious mind will bring it up again at night so that we do address it. There's also hormone disruption that comes from chronic stress or chronic dietary consequences that include overconsumption of sugar, caffeines, alcohol, and so on. There's been a lot of conversation lately about the importance of our gut health and how our gut health can impact our sleep and stress and overall sense of well-being. And gut health can quickly be activated or improved by taking probiotics. And they can help to improve the microbiome that lives in the healthy microbiome that lives in our gut. For those of you that suffer from restless leg syndromes, research has shown that magnesium supplements of about 200 milligrams can assist, but don't take the magnesium at night because it can interrupt your sleep. Take it at the beginning of the day or midday. There's also some medications that can impact your sleep, interrupt your sleep. So I've just a list here. All of these PowerPoint slides will be available to you, so I won't take time going through these, but just make note of these potential sleep disruptors. And if you notice down here at the bottom, I've made a note of how important it is to get out in nature. I'll say more about that shortly. There's some medical conditions that can influence sleep that can include uh, nutritional deficiencies, the B vitamins, and sorry about that. There was just a momentary disruption in the internet. So make sure that you're covering all your nutritional needs for sleep. Let's take a moment to go through some best practices before we drop into a nice meditation practice. Most important, plan for 7 to 9 hours of sleep each night. Go to bed at the same time every night so that it's a habit. Get up at the same time in the morning. Have a lying down process to help activate the relaxation response as you go to sleep at night. And that winding down practice can be an hour before you go to bed. And that, of course, if we hear it's simple habit, we love the idea of including meditation practice to help you fall asleep. The most important contributor to sleep preparation is just using your natural breath, just watching your breath to help you quiet your mind, to deepen your breath, to activate a relaxation response. I like to suggest a very gentle contraction and release that helps to release tension in your body. There's been lots of research that shows this basic contraction and release practice helps to bring on sleep. When we feel body sensation, the mind stills. Did you know that you can't think and feel at the same time? So when we drop our attention into our body, our mind quiets. Taking a nice deep sigh at the end of a day, or when you get into your car at the end of a long day, you take a nice natural sigh. So this is a great way for your body to naturally let go and relax. There's some studies that have been done to show that thinking of all that you're grateful for in your life is a really great way to shut off the stress response and activate the relaxation response. I like to suggest to my clients to offer a redo, and you go look back at the end of your day, scan through the events of your day, see if there's any residue, anything that you're still carrying from the day, maybe a stressful encounter, maybe an sense of overwhelm from all that you had to do. And so just go back and reimagine that moment as if you're replaying it, and replay it in such a way that you encounter success. You might see a conflict that gets resolved. You might see yourself as achieving your list of to-dos as being done, and so on. I see somebody saying, sound is fine, everything's normal. Yay, I'm so glad. Thank you for saying that. And somebody else is saying, what is PSN? That's the parasympathetic nervous system, which is governs the relaxation response. Just to conclude with the best practices, some people find taking a bath is a really great way to soothe the nervous system, to help shut everything down, turn the lights out, light a candle. You could create a worry diary that sits at your bedside. And if you're thinking about things that need to be done or that you are worrying about, write them down in your diary as if to say to your mind, I'll deal with that tomorrow, but not now. Go to bed on an empty stomach, and because when you have food in your digestive system, it can impede a good night's sleep. And some natural caregivers recommend drinking a cup of valerian tea about an hour before bed. It just helps to calm the nervous system. And if you do it an hour before bed, then you won't have to, you won't wake up to have to go to the bathroom at night. I see some people are still having problems with sound. I'm so sorry about that. Speak a little closer and see if that helps. Reduce the technology, get off it by 8 p.m., keep the TV out of the bedroom, no alcohol. If you have alcohol, finish it by 8 p.m., no chocolate in the evening. For some people, chocolate is overstimulating, period. Same with caffeine. Don't have any caffeine until after 2. And for some people, they can't have caffeine at all. Coffee, daily exercise helps to flush any stress hormones out of your system. Address emotional upheaval in the waking hours so that you're not doing it in the evening and as you're falling asleep. I offer a deep sleep practice, Deep Sleep 3, which helps to address emotional upheaval. We highly encourage that you also do a midday meditation to just help shed stress that's built so far and normalize or harmonize your nervous system so that it wipes the slate clean, so to speak. Leave your work at the office, eat foods that help to, that get depleted through stress, including the B vitamins, magnesium. And when you get up in the morning, take a look at natural light right away, so to set your natural sleep cycles or the circadian rhythm. So let's take a moment to do the meditation. Scan your body, see if there's any way that you can create just a little bit more comfort, a little bit more ease in your body. Once you get comfortable, just notice the sensations of your body resting on the surface underneath it. Notice any thoughts that rise or fall. And every time you notice a thought that enters your awareness, just bring your attention back to the sensations in your body. Bringing your attention to your breath. Just watching your breath, feeling your breath. Let your breath be an anchor that holds you to the present moment. And each time you notice a distraction of some sort, sound, thought, sensation, Just bring your attention back to your breath without scolding yourself. Each time you notice you're distracted, you're already back. You're already present. Now take a moment and deepen your breath. Long inhalation, long exhalation. The deep breath helps to activate the relaxation response in your neuromuscular system. See if you can feel how a nice long